Check out Sporting Icon for great news and information.
So is Deontay Wilder about to leave the PBC and go with, say, BLK Prime? Now, I say BLK Prime because I can't see him going top rank, I can't see him going back to Golden Boy, and I can't see him teaming up with Matchroom. Never say never with any of that. You know, we once said Billy Joe Saunders would never leave Frank Warren and go with Eddie Hearn. He did. Josh Warrington would never leave Frank Warren and go back to Eddie Hearn. He did. So things do happen, so you can never rule anything out. But BLK Prime seems to be a platform where, firstly, it may fit the way of Deontay Wilder, and nothing wrong with that. But if going by what Terence Crawford's saying and Adrien Broner is saying, for example, who are with them too, where you get paid very good money, guaranteed money, and you get it paid on time. You get a certain amount of money before you even ring walk, and you get the rest of it pretty much immediately after fight, no later than the Monday. So you fight on the Saturday, the money's in your bank on the Monday. That's how a business should work, isn't it? And you're getting paid over the odds as well. Fantastic. Wilder goes over there, he becomes the face of the company straight away. Where he could fight Andy Ruiz Jr. with BLK Prime backing him due to the Silicon Valley investment, where they can go to purse bid and he can get more money to fight Andy Ruiz Jr. because it appears that there's some kind of problem with the PBC and finances. Now, Wilder's recent revelation of saying how he shouldn't have to wait to get his money. He shouldn't be getting paid in installments, waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month to get his money. People want to talk about the back end and all that kind of crap. At the end of the day, he's right. You shouldn't have to wait. Because at the end of the day now he's spoken up about it, he's going to have a target on his back. He's going to have a little black mark next to his name. Maybe his card's a mark now with the PBC because he dared to speak out. Because he dared to stand up and say something. And a lot of these fanboys, PBC fanboys, are more likely to turn on Wilder than they are the PBC. So again, could have a target on his back. So it wouldn't be a bad move for him to go over there. If he is a free agent, why not at least talk to them, right? Now, of course, a lot of that does depend on, does Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman and all that, do they have their claws dug into him? Maybe. Maybe he won't do anything without their permission. Maybe. But ultimately, in theory, he could bin off Al Heyman, bin off Shelly Finkel, just keep JDs as your manager, go on to BLK Prime, get paid a guaranteed boatload of money, and not have to pay an advisor or an extra manager either. So not only are you earning more money, you're getting to keep more money too. Because that's 2 less mouths to feed, isn't it? Because when you look at, say, the PBC, quite what's going on there is amazing. It's amazing to me. From the outside looking in, again, none of this is factual. All of this is just opinionated, okay? From me, from the outside looking in, and as a non-American as well, which is, you're seeing pay-per-view fights that are not pay-per-view fights. Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia. Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Chris Areola. Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, and all other kind of ones. Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius. These are good Saturday night, fight night headlines. If they're going to be on a pay-per-view, then they're probably a cheap support to a pay-per-view. Much like Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. That's not pay-per-view. But they're going to charge American boxing fans $80. If you're really lucky, and if they're feeling really generous, maybe $50. Reason being, quite clear, they can't afford it. The budget isn't there. So they want you to pay for it. And if you're a fighter, you're being told that you're on pay-per-view. While there are a lot of intelligent fighters out there, there are still a lot of Neanderthals. Me punch him in face. You tell them they're a pay-per-view fighter, what? I've made it. I'm a superstar. Nope, it's just that we can't afford to pay you. You get paid whatever you generate, mate. They'll tell them that they are their own promoter. Was it Man Down Promotions, Bomb Squad Promotions, Lions only promotions, scratch your ass promotions, whatever. What, I'm a promoter as well? I'm my own boss. Nope. No, you're not. We just want to use your license for the shows. And then, of course, you have people like Adrien Broner, who's talking about how he would get paid $1,000 a week, $1,500 a week, rather than get his million or whatever it is that he made. He'd get installments and things like that. If that's happening with him, you can bet your ass it's happening with other people. You've got people like Charlo, again, his wife, his girlfriend, whoever she is, come out saying that he can hardly afford to keep the electricity on in his own home. He can't afford his house. He's getting his credit cards and that refused, declined at restaurants and things like that. So there's probably a lot of fighters that don't go out in the news about it. So why do they pay you installments? Well, it could be that they want to keep the money in their bank account so they get the interest, so the fighter doesn't. Could be that. Could be that they're looking after him. You know, give you $1 million, you probably wax it. But at the end of the day, that's their problem. But while you're paying fighters installments, you still owe them money. A lot of fighters, as I said, some of them are like Neanderthals. Well, if I leave, I'm not going to get the rest of my money. I may as well just continue and hope for the best. So they're probably afraid to leave, because if they leave, how you can get your money? Difficult situation, isn't it? You could call it some form of brainwashing in some ways, right? We'll pay you in installments. You're your own promoter, and you're going to be on pay-per-view. What are you going to do? So if Wilder's going to go to BLK Prime, I said he could just be the face of it. He could be. Go over there, start again. If he wants to fight Andy Ruiz Jr., they could take it to purse bid. Get paid a whole boatload of money, guaranteed, and maybe more, and they'll have some more mouths to feed out of it too. So why wouldn't you want to do that? So I won't be at all surprised if he does go to BLK Prime. If their money is real, and I have no reason to believe that it isn't, why not? And if he goes there, there'll be a lot of other fighters going there. A lot of them. I can fully see Tank Davis going over there. The Charlos following him over there. Errol Spence Jr. and whatever else, because it appears the PBC can't afford to put on fights. They can't. They're going to put anything and everything on pay-per-view. That will tell you the budget isn't there anymore. It just isn't. And how long is Showtime going to be showing boxing for, with the fact that Paramount now owns them? With the numbers and the metrics coming through, it's a waste of money, isn't it? So why not go somewhere for guaranteed money? And if you are on the PBC, you need to try and get your money. You do. Now, hopefully Al Heyman will find another investor or another platform or however. Hopefully Showtime invests more money, but it doesn't appear to be that case, does it? It appears that there's definitely trouble in paradise on that side of the street. Don't be surprised if Wilder ends up going to BLK Prime. I can't see him going anywhere else. I mean, he might, but he may well go to BLK Prime, where he's guaranteed money. Why not sign a 2-3 fight deal and get paid huge amounts of money for it? You could say he doesn't need the money, so why is he complaining about his last fight with Robert Helenius? He's earned 30 million and another 20 million, whatever, to fight Tyson Fury. He's got his own businesses. He's making money. Why is he moaning about it? Well, you don't know, do you? Because maybe he's got another business venture that he was going to use that money to put into it, and it might be more of an inconvenience. Because I'm sure he's got multiple bank accounts, but maybe he was planning on using that particular money for that particular investment. Now he's going to have to take it out of that account when he didn't really want to take it out of that account. You don't know. It could be more of an inconvenience than anything else. Or maybe he's living above his means. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe he still owed millions upon millions from his previous fights. We don't know. We don't know. Ultimately, it's none of our business. But if Wilder gets convinced to turn down 100 million for 2 fights for undisputed against Anthony Joshua, to go get his ass kicked for far less money against Tyson Fury on 2 occasions, that's got to eat at him. That's got to bother him. The penny's got to drop at some point and go, did you guys do this for your own means? Because you didn't want me to go over to DAZN and fight on another platform. It's got to be, right? Anyway, let's see if the penny drops with him. Maybe it does. Let's see if the fans turn on him. I can see a lot of them doing it at some point. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.